Okay, so hello. Nothing's gone wrong with the tech today, other than a little update on my phone, so apologies for being a little bit late. So I'm all over the place. I feel a bit giddy. What I've been doing is meditating before I choose what to talk to you about, what to teach you. And then all these things come that I want to share, and I think, okay, if it was like 2 hours, that would be fine. Excuse me. So, a very warm welcome. I hope you can hear me, and if I think if you comment, I'll be able to see it. So let's crack on, shall we? So today, I want to teach you a little bit. The topic, the title is how to believe that being happier is possible when you feel damaged or broken. And I've worked with quite a few clients over the years who have everything feels like it's been spoiled or ruined or just destroyed because something's happened and you just don't feel the same. With all sorts of negative experiences, they change us, don't they? Sometimes we really feel that change for, just moments, and sometimes it lasts forever and everywhere in between. So when you feel damaged or broken by what has happened to you or around you, it can affect your beliefs, your thoughts, your perceptions, your hopes and dreams as to what you attract in for your future. So, what you want to do, who you want to be. So I've got a few points that I've scribbled down. I'll have to show this to you one day because sometimes it's all neat and tidy and sometimes I even type it out, and sometimes I've got it all on just one sheet and it's really neat or it's really scruffy, and today it's kind of like brain vomit onto the sheet of paper, so it's all over the place. So how to believe that being happier is possible even if you feel damaged or broken. And the first thing I want to say to you is, why would you not believe that you can be happier? Why would you not believe that? Is there something that makes you think your time has gone and now this thing has happened to you, or you're feeling a certain way, you don't deserve happiness, or you've had your chance and it's over and you've just got to kind of settle for what you've got? I want to share, some of my ladies that I work with one-to-one know me and my analogies. But I want to share a couple of things with you. One is the Japanese school of thought around aesthetics. It's called wabi-sabi. So it's W-A-B-I-S-A-B-I, two separate words. And it's the appreciation of things that are transient and things that are imperfect. I recall in relationships that I've had in the past when there's been, I've been in abusive relationships, physical, emotional, mental, financial, sexual abuse. I've experienced a lot, so I'm in a really good position to be able to help you, lovely lady, through it. But when you feel that something has been ruined, so say my personal experience in a relationship where I was, I suppose, manipulated to think that I had ruined something when actually that wasn't the case. And it's easy to believe then that nothing can ever be right. It's like ruined and it's done. But if you think about this Japanese thought process, this mindset of appreciating the imperfect, appreciating the broken. If you go to like an antiques fair or something like that, and you see a jug or a plate or an ornament that you know has so much history, and you don't know where it's been, who's had it, what kind of situation, it's, even if it's got a little crack, if it's one of those rare and unique pieces that you just love, the design is beautiful, the shape of it, and you know it's almost one of a kind, even though it's got cracks, even though you can see how it goes dark where somebody has glued it, it's still beautiful, it's still worthy of your appreciation. So if you take a moment to visualize my kitchen, actually don't, it's probably not a good idea. If you have a plate and it gets broken, so say there could be just like one crack, or you tap it on a tap, literally tap it on a tap, and a little bit lifts off, so you've got a rough edge. Or even if it gets dropped on the floor and it's broken into however many pieces, that in pieces, it's no good. But when you glue it back together or support it somehow, you can still eat off it. If the cracks are open, it may not be terribly hygienic, but that plate still works. When you put it, if it's been smashed into a lot of pieces, you can put it on your table, and it may not be completely level, it may not sit flush to the table, but it still looks lovely, and it's still a plate that you can use. So I'm not suggesting that you look at yourself as if you are a plate, but actually maybe I am. So leaving that behind, a few tips for you to help you believe that being happier is possible, even when you're damaged or broken. A few steps. Heal the damage, make peace with it, and leave it behind. I know quite often we drag stuff along with us, don't we? Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh, thank you. That's so lovely. Oh, that's made me feel special and warm and fuzzy. Yeah, so when you've had something happen to you, when you've experienced something really crappy and you feel damaged or broken by it, oh, thank you. You kind of drag that with you into every situation, and it's in the back of your mind. Oh my gosh, I'm loving all these. I don't know who's sending them, but thank you. That's really beautiful. So there's all like little hearts and the hug emojis and everything. That's super cute. Yeah, so you will never be able to undo that damage. You will never be able to make the plate whole again, but you can heal it, make peace with it, accept that it happened, and accept that it's changed you. It's changed who you are on a deeper level. It has changed the way you think, sometimes your beliefs, your thoughts, your perceptions, how easily you trust or not. But there is a time when you can just say, okay, that happened then, but this is now. I will bear in mind that I need to be realistic and check for red flags in future situations so I don't end up being in that kind of situation again. But when I can't think of a better way of describing this, but when you bring all that stuff with you and it's very, very present, it's at the front of your mind, even if you don't realise it, there is a tendency to look at everybody, everything, every situation through a filter of hurt. Oh, is that Jazz? Oh, thank you so much, my lovely. Oh, that's lovely to have you here, bearing in mind you're only upstairs. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. So, when you have been hurt, you have this filter through which you view everything and everybody. And that makes sense. So if you are aware that you are on a Facebook discussion and you're feeling arsey and angry, and you kind of almost, it can be like getting somebody to have a go at you so you can then have a good cry or you can feel angry. That's often related to things that happened in the past. I tend to think of it as the shit that's happened to you, however long ago, at somebody else's hands. Subconsciously, it's almost like you're looking to punish somebody else for it. Of course, it never makes it right, and generally you're not aware of that kind of feeling, but just be aware of that and think about the thoughts that you're having, the mindset that you've got, and your intentions, and check if you are, when you're feeling some kind of way that doesn't feel right, just check if you've got that filter of hurt that you're looking through. Okay, so my next tip is I'm just going to have a sip of water. I completely missed my mouth last night. I was watching the news and I went to have a sip of water and I just poured it down myself. Oh, Jazz, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Jazz says she relates to what I'm saying so much. It's, I think you have to have dealt with some, I'm going to get emotional now. You have to have been through some really shitty stuff to then be open to seeing it for what it is. And you've it's having to come right out the other side. I can feel in my body, literally in my body, in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, the damage that has been done to me. And also the stuff that's just happened, with my back and everything. I still feel that. But we have a choice to put a stake in the ground and stay there in that place of hurt. Or to think, fuck it, that happened. Now I'm going to be who I can be and what I can be. Because as women, we are bloody amazing. When you look at men, generally we are so much more resilient, so much more hopeful. We're bloody amazing, just admit it. So the next step, I feel like I'm on a soapbox today. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so the next step in learning how to believe that being happier is possible when you feel damaged or broken is to tap into your higher self. So some people will tap into their heart. I tend to do two different things. So almost for my intuition, I check in with my heart to see what I'm feeling, because that's the truth. But also when I'm literally thinking of my higher self, I imagine her here above my head. So if I'm doing a meditation or a manifestation or something like that, I visualize Okay, so this is where she's kind of up here. I know it sounds bonkers, but she's up here. And I think, okay, so my higher self needs all of this crap from the past in order to believe that being happier is possible. You need clean, fresh, new energy. You need hope and you need trust. And in order to really step into that, you need to be either up here or in your heart. And when you imagine yourself elevating from your humanness and with all the crap that's happened, it's like a snowball with all the crap, isn't it, stuck to it. And you imagine elevating to, my mentor calls it the Queen. And I love that. I think we should all go around with a tiara or something, really. We deserve to. But when you elevate to that point, all of the crappy stuff just falls away and we're left with this clarity and openness and strength and resilience. So really tap into your higher self, excuse me, and ask what it is you need to do, to think, to feel in order to be happier, to heal all the crap that's gone before. What do you need to do? What needs to change? So a couple of thoughts. Mindfulness, and these are ways that you can just bypass all the rubbish stuff and just be happier. You don't have to believe that it's possible. You just have to reach out and take it. So mindfulness, being really mindful in the moment, whatever you're doing. It could be washing up. I mean, God forbid, housework. Like, I detest housework so much. It just seems pointless. I'd rather be working with clients or cuddling Spidey. You know, that's my idea of heaven. But being mindful with whatever you are doing is really, it will help you to focus instead of out here and on everything that's going on. It will help you to focus on one little thing right in front of you. And that will boost your happiness. Gratitude as well. When stuff is rubbish, we are likely to focus on all the negative rather than the positive. And a really good habit to get into is every morning when you get up, every evening when you go to bed, think of 3 things that you're really grateful for right now. So if I was to think of that right now, I would be thinking about the flowers that I had delivered last week that have, they've really gone crazy and that's it now. I'm thinking about Spidey at the age of 18 and being really unwell, asleep under his blankie on the bed. And the fact that there is a slim possibility that a lady will watch this and it will help her. That brings me such joy, because I've taken a long time to get to where I am, and maybe the path is quicker for somebody else. That would be wonderful. Okay, so manifestation and setting your intention. In order to believe that you can be happier, manifest that in. So visualize what it is that, even just one little thing that would make you happier, and visualize it. Step into your higher self, tap into your heart, wherever feels like the best place to do that. And if you need a little bit more training on that, I can help you with it. Just drop an emoji below or something, or a message, and I can help you. So manifestation is almost like a meditation, but you are stepping into what it is that you want. Excuse me, again. More water. So say, for example, tomorrow you wanted to have a day that felt really peaceful, really easy and comfortable. You know, that kind of Sunday afternoon feeling, but you wanted it tomorrow. if you were to go to bed tonight and really imagine what that would feel like. You know, you could see yourself alone or with your family. Maybe you'd be out or at home, whatever that looks like to you. Don't just visualize it, but really step into those feelings. For me, that would be maybe on the sofa with a movie, Spidey on my lap, no doubt, and a candle and some flowers and a snuggly blanket. You know, that coziness. And when I think about it, I can feel it. So when you tap into those feelings, it's kind of telling the universe, look, this is what I want to attract in. But also, I think there's going to be something come through the door, so apologies if there's a big bang. And also, it's kind of priming you subconsciously to create that for yourself. So you decide what it is, you manifest that in, set your intention of this is what I want tomorrow to look like, and make that happen. And if something interferes with that, just step back into that manifestation and create it for yourself, even if it's just moments. So I think that's a wealth of tips. So I really hope they were helpful. As you may know, I've got my 12-week group program, my premium signature thing ready to go almost. But what I've decided to do is to do a 1-month program. And this is like, don't share this with anybody else who's not watching this video. I sort of finalised some of the details for that last night, but it's basically going to be an introduction to my happiness transformation. Reveal plus heal plus align equals freedom. And that's the whole process that I will be helping my ladies through. So I really appreciate you. And Jazz, thank you so much for coming. And I really hope it was helpful. Lots of love to you. And I look forward to seeing you next week. If you want any more information or you want me to cover something in particular in a future live, then just let me know. I appreciate you, and I'll speak to you soon, hopefully. Bye.